Hello, 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 hello. It's time for another video. With Twink, I'm teaching you how to make games. And me, I'm his roommate, you can call me James. Hello, 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 hello.
Alright, welcome back to another video. And thanks for that epic intro. That's gonna be in every video from now on. He promised. Let me just fix the camera. There we go. Epic intro. So yeah, anyway, we are continuing the Unreal tutorials with I'm sorry, I'm just taken by that amazing intro. I didn't know what was gonna happen. He basically forcefully took the computer from me. So anyway, we are gonna be continuing the Unreal For Honor Combat tutorial series. So I'm not entirely sure what we will do from now on with this, but I got some comments and some suggestions. But what we'll do for now, at least, is we will add some variations to the attack. So we will start by adding a light and heavy attack, because right now we only have a fairly heavy attack, it looks like. And I will show you like how to implement light and heavy attacks, and also we will do some attack variations. So I will show you how to so when you spam the same attack, it will still do different animations, so it doesn't get too repetitive. Also, I'm really hating the standard UE4 mannequin jump animations and things like that, so I will probably change the jump to a roll or something. Yeah, that's about it. But the first thing that we need to do is we need to find out where we are taking damage, because in the last video I had some trouble finding a blood effect, but I got one now, so let's start by implementing that. We have our player take damage, and let's see, I guess we should do it somewhere around here. We have the server take damage animation. So if we have our player take damage function. If you go into that one, you can find your server take damage animation montage. So here we cast from the server to, or we run the function through the server, create a multicast for the animation, the hit reaction animation, and we are spawning an emitter at location. Right now we haven't set an emitter because I didn't have any blood, so, but I did get some blood now. Let me just see if I imported it. Pop somewhere here. No, not there. Wait, let me just do. Maybe I didn't. 1 second. Maybe I never imported it. Hopeless. Okay, let's do that later, if we have time. Anyway, if you have blood, you should put it here. So annoying that I didn't do that. Anyway, let's go to the attacks instead. So what I did was, we have our attacks from before, but I imported from another animation. I got animation pack. I got the longsword animation pack from Kobold on the marketplace. And basically, if you go to, so I just got a few more animations. Where did I put them? So we got some lighter attacks basically. We got our, so let me just add them here. So that's an easier attack, and we got our left attack, and we got our second right attack, and so we got some more animations basically, and an up attack, which is a little bit from the left, but it will pass for up. So let's go into our player character, and we have this attack function. The attacks that we have now, they do look fairly heavy. I'm guessing your project will probably be different, but what I have now is, you can see those are fairly heavy and slow attacks that I have. So I'm gonna use them as the heavy attacks. So we're just gonna change this function to heavy attack. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna select this node here, the left mouse button node, and we're just gonna click in shift for it as well. So we will only do those attacks if we shift click. I'm spamming the buttons, nothing happens, shift is clicked, and bam. So heavy attack is now shift click. So just copy everything from the heavy attack and let's make a light attack out of that instead. So you can use the exact same function, server. Let's change the name of these to server light attack, and these are MC light attack, and these ones are gonna be server heavy attack and MC heavy attack. The MC is a multicast and the server is a run-on server. Both are reliable in this case. Perfect. Just save everything every now and then. Let's see. So basically it looks exactly the same. Don't forget to untick the shift on the light attack one. Everything, the function is exactly the same. You could do this in another way. You could just use a branch to check if you're doing heavy and light attack and then branch it out in that way, but I just find this easier for now. And what we're gonna do here is we're gonna change these ones because these are the heavy attacks, but we want to use the light attacks. So first one is up, right, guard up, and I think it's this one. That's gonna pass for the up one. So just go back and place it there. Then we have the guard left. I think the left one is the one named left, obviously. And then we have the right one, which will be this one. Perfect. There we go. Now we have light attacks. Just gonna see if that was me. There we go. Perfect. Actually, it's still doing the heavy attacks. Left. Shift, that's weird. Okay, we need to change this function here as well. So on the left mouse button, we're not gonna use the left light attack. We are gonna use the server heavy attack. There we go. Perfect. No server. Okay, yeah, I'm confusing myself, sorry. So these are the light attacks. These are, I confused the names. These should be the heavy ones. I'm sorry about that. Hopefully someone of you caught it when you watched me do it. So these are the heavy attacks. And so swap them around. Server heavy attack, multicast heavy attack, and this is the light attack. compile. MC light attack. I'm gonna zoom in because I'm not sure you can follow otherwise. So the light attack are obviously the light attack. So there we go, server light attack. Now it should work. No, still not working. It's because we're multicasting that one. There we go. Now it should work. Yeah, better. Perfect. And as you can see, the left one aren't using root motion because, or it's using root motion, but it's not a moving attack. Actually, it is. So we need to enable root motion on that one. Which one is it? Is it this one? Enable root motion. There we go. Okay, it's not a root motion animation. I probably got it from the wrong folder, but it doesn't matter. You can see that the other ones are working and it's working in the same way. So I'll just fix that between videos. Perfect. So there we go. So now we have our light attacks and we have our heavy attacks. There's a slight difference. The heavy attacks also make a red trail, so we can actually differentiate them. Perfect. So for attack variations, we should also add some attack variations. So in our, I only got separate attack animations for the right one because I just want to show you how I usually do this. Then you can obviously implement it on all your attacks, but I'm just gonna do one variation for me. So from here, from the animation montage that you are playing, and you can obviously do this with all of your attack functions, even if you're not doing a For Honor type of game. So whenever you play an attack animation or an animation, whichever you want to, and you want to vary it, instead of, because this is hard coded now or whatever I should name it, because this attack is always going to be this light attack. But if we drag from this and we type select instead, we can select amongst different attacks, and you can add as many as you want to here. I'm just gonna use 2 for now. So we have our light attack right. I'm gonna do as option 0, and we have our light attack right 2. I'm gonna do as option 1. And we want an index, and I usually promote this. Can we just promote it to a variable? We cannot. There are several ways to do this. If you want to completely randomize it, you can just random. Here, you can just random integer, and you can do a max of 4 if you have 4 different attacks. And it will, in that case, it will give you multiple different attacks. But 1 second. Yeah. So in this case, it's just random. But we can also do it in different ways. What we're gonna do is we are gonna make it as a combo. So when you attack first, you do the first attack. When you attack again, you do the second attack, and if you wait for a while, it will reset to the first attack. We are gonna be... How do we do that? I have this done in another project, so maybe I should just cheat. Because I don't remember exactly how I did it. I probably did like this. You need a new variable called combo count, and it's going to be an integer. And that's going to be the deciding factor of this one. Can't it be 0? Oh yeah. So that's going to be the deciding factor of this one. But we're also gonna be needing another one called max attacks. And this is gonna be the amount of max attacks. So we are gonna be we're gonna make the percentage. I think like that. Let me check just to be sure. Yeah, that should be right. So in this case, we have 2 attacks. So we're gonna set the number of max attacks to 2 because that's the max amounts that we will get. And we will, the combo count is 0 first. So whenever we attack, we want to increment int the combo count. So this means that when we attack, we increase this combo count. So first it's 0, so it's gonna do the light attack. So this is just to get, we divide the max attacks with the combo count to always get the right option. So say we had 4, we could just type 4, and 4 divided with the combo count would still be the right option. Or the percentage of, I'm sorry, not divided by. And so, but in this case we're only using 2. Actually, does my math add up here? Ah, fuck it. We'll see how it turns out. It's gonna be fine in the end. So we got our combo count. And the thing is, when we do the second one, we need to reset it to 0, so it goes back there. And I'm doing it a little bit. You could probably do this easier, maybe. No, this is gonna be good. Actually, I'm gonna add some more attacks just to show you how to do it. So I'm gonna add this one as well, just so you can see that we're doing 3 different animations. And we're gonna change the max attack to 3 instead. Perfect. And what we also want to do is we want a sequence here. So when we are doing the attack, we also want to set, actually, how do we do this? Maybe I should cheat. I'm gonna cheat a little bit. 1 second. Maybe we should just do it like this instead. So, just to keep track of it, I'm gonna keep this at the start. So, we'll add another pin. So the first thing is we first do the attack, then we add 1 to combo count. Then we also want to keep track of this, because if the combo count is 3, more than. If the combo count is more than 2, which means it's 3, we are gonna set the combo count to 0. So, are you following me? So we first do the attack. After we've done the attack, we're gonna add 1 to combo count, which means it's gonna be 1 on the second one. So the next time we do the attack, it's gonna be the option 1 instead. It's gonna go to the check, but the check is gonna return false because it's still not more than 2. Wait, this is an integer, so it's probably gonna be more than 1, right? Let's try it out, see what happens. Is it the right one? Guard right. Trial and error. Why is it doing the same attack all the time? Shouldn't. Okay, yeah, sorry, I connected it to the wrong one. It should be true, of course. I'm having such a day today. If combo count is more than we set it to 0. Is this the ones that I'm doing wrong? Max attacks 3. Let's check. It should be the other way around, sorry. Like that, right? Yeah, there we go. Okay, so can you see it? So perfect. Now we are doing different attacks. So 1. Okay, so now it's 0. So it's 0, it turns to 1 after that attack. And now we're gonna go to the second attack, which is the spin attack. And now it's 2. And we do this one. Bam. And it turns to 3, which means that it's higher than 2, which means it's gonna be reset to 0 again. And we return to the first attack. Bam. Perfect. Easy. Almost easy. So that worked like a charm. What we are also gonna do is at the end of the attack function, You can obviously do this on all your attacks. At the end of your attack function, let's do a set timer by event. We're gonna add a timer to reset the combo if we don't do another attack. So that means that we will always, if we stop attacking and we go back to the attacking phase, we will go back to doing the first attack. And this is really useful for combos where it doesn't really matter in this case, to be honest, but it's the major point of it. If you're doing a combo where you're starting with a right attack and the second attack starts from the end position of the first attack, if you don't reset the combo so that you always do the first attack, it's gonna look really weird if the next time you attack, the first one just starts from a weird position. Yeah, you get what I mean. So that's why we also need to reset it. So just call it reset combo timer. Reset combo timer, bam. And we will just set the combo count to 0. Hopefully you know how timers work, but when we trigger this event, this timer, we have, the time is gonna be maybe 1.5 seconds. It's not gonna be looping because we're only gonna do this once. So if we don't do another attack now within 1.5 seconds, it's gonna be, the combo is gonna be set to 0 again. So as you can see, attack 1, wait a few seconds, attack 1 again, attack 1 again. But if we keep attacking, as you can see, it's resetting. Okay, yeah, we probably need to do this. Promote value. Set. Do I need to reset the handle every time? I don't, right? I shouldn't have to. Get it, reset. I'm just gonna see if this works. Maybe it was that I didn't reset it. One, two, three. 1, 2, 3. Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah, so I know what's wrong. It's my math that is wrong. Or is it? Actually, I should freaking disable this AI while testing. Bam. Okay, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. As you can see, he's going back to the original. 1, 2, 3. 1. 1 again. Then 2. Okay, so it thinks there's 4 attacks before resetting the combo. And that's probably because we did something wrong here. So we should probably do it like this instead. Or maybe it's fine with more than 1. Is that correct? 1, 2, 3. No, it's resetting. Then it should be more than 3. Is it because this is resetting? Maybe I did it correctly from the first start. I'm just gonna find out what's happening here. Sorry about this. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 1, 1 again, 1 again, 2, 2. Okay, maybe it's just because I forgot the timer is too. The window timer is too small. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, okay. That works. So the timer was just too short, basically. 1. I feel like that's wrong, so let me just try it again. Okay, so that seems to work. Let's wait a few seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 should be reset. It's reset. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and it's reset again. Perfect. Yeah, okay, so that works. So the original way to do it was correct. I just had the timer was just too quick. So obviously you need to find your optimal timer interval. You don't need this and you don't need this. So this is fine. Perfect. So we have now added heavy attacks. So we have the heavy ones, we have the light ones. I'm gonna make this look a little bit nicer between the videos. But yeah, as you can see, it's starting to come along. But you get the point. You now know how to make the different attack variations. We're obviously gonna add this to all of the attacks, and we're also gonna add a way to recognize the fact that we actually are doing different attacks, because For Honor is basically a rock paper scissors combat system. So we need to make sure that we identify which type of attack we're doing, and if we're parrying it, blocking it, counterattacking it, or whatever we're doing. One more quick thing, we're gonna add some directional rolling to the jump attack and jumping, because it's so we shouldn't be able to jump, and yeah, mostly because it's ugly with the standard jumping. But sooner or later we're gonna add evasion anyway, so we might as well do the directional rolling right now. I'm just gonna create a custom event because this is gonna be quick. Custom event, call it the first one is obviously server roll, and another custom event called MC/roll, and we're gonna play an montage from the multicast one. Make sure to make it a multicast and make it run on server. Perfect. So actually we're gonna do this better. Because we are a bit stupid here, to be honest, because we're doing lots of different functions for the same thing. I'm just gonna create one function called server play montage, and I'm just gonna do another one called MC play montage, So this is always gonna be, now this is a function that we can actually reuse instead. We just feed the animation there. We're gonna copy it, delete it, and we're gonna move it to another event graph called function graph. And in this function graph, we can put all the functions that we are actually reusing instead, so we don't clutter up the event graph that we're using all the time with unnecessary functions. So, perfect. Now we can do another event. Custom event. Just call this client_role. Actually, you don't need to call it client because we're not going to replicate it at all. We're not even going to run it on the owning client. It's just going to be event. So call it instead event role. Perfect. So when we press the spacebar, we want to disable the jump because we're not going to be jumping at this point of the game. Instead, on input action jump, which is the spacebar, we are going to do the event role. Perfect. And the event role is only going to be possible if we're in combat. So get combat mode. Perfect. There we go. And what we're gonna do now is we are gonna decide what direction we are rolling in. So what we want to do is get forward There we go. So from your player controller, you're gonna get the forward vector. Maybe I'm lying to you again, actually. One more second. Bum, bum, bum. Yeah, there's a better node for this. Yeah, this one, not the forward vector. Get move forward, and we also have get move right. So basically what this one does, it gives you a number value for what vector you're using. So I'm just gonna show you. So I'm just using the tick now to show you what it does. Oh, sorry, we need to do it like that. So as you can see, it's 0. Now it's 0 because we're standing still, but as soon as we start moving forward, it's gonna be 1. And if we're moving backward, we are now orienting towards movement, but this is the S key pressed, which is backward. If we're doing the combat roll, it's gonna be backward, so it's gonna be -1. And the same is for the move right one. If we walk to the left, it's going to be -1, and the right is going to be 1. So this is a good way to actually detect which direction you are going in. So, oh sorry, I did not need to remove those. I need those. So, move forward. If move forward is more than 0, it's going to be 1. That means we are moving forward, right? Actually, we can even do... Can we switch on float? No, we can't. Not exactly. It would be nice if you could switch on a float value. If it's more than 0, we are gonna server play montage. and this is gonna be the forward roll because it's more than 0, which means we're walking forward. I have it somewhere. Rolls and dodges. Root motion. I'm just gonna remove this skeleton here. And we're just gonna reassign all of our dodges to this one. If we do for dodge forward root, no, not dodge, we're gonna roll. Roll forward, there we go. Create animation montage, we have our roll forward montage. Assign it, then we have our next branch, which is gonna be if move forward is less than 0. That means we are facing backwards. So roll backwards root, create animation montage. Obviously you have your you need to get your own animations for this. There are plenty of roll animations in the marketplace. I find that usually like weapon animations a lot of the times comes with rolls and dodge animations as well. But there's a pack called just roll animations. It's like 20 bucks or something, and it's fairly worth it. Get move right. So we have our get move right is less than 0. Actually, let's start a bit more than 0. If it's more than 0, we are moving right, and if it's less than 0, we are moving left. So we need right, roll right root, and left, roll left root. So the left one goes into the left, and the right one goes into the right. Perfect. So input action jump, which is gonna be the space button. If we are in combat mode, we are gonna event roll, and if the move forward is more than 0, less than 0, move right more than 1, move right is less than 1. I'm just gonna actually, if it's all false, so we are not in any direction at all, we should just do the forward roll. Perfect. Forward roll, left, right, back. You can see that we have not enabled root motions in these ones, so let's just root motion enabled, root motion enabled, root motion enabled, and root motion enabled. Perfect. So combat. that did not work. Probably the wrong animations or something. I'm just gonna enable root motion on everything that's called roll, and now it's working. Perfect. So, and this is the thing. As you can see, we are now rolling independently of the aim direction. This can be confusing, but this is the way it should be. I don't even remember if For Honor actually has a rolling system, but I like them, so I think they do have a dodging system in some way. It was a long time ago. But yeah, at least we don't have this annoying running or annoying default jump animations. So yeah, okay, looking a little bit better. Some improvements even in this video as well. So yeah, we are getting somewhere. That's about it. 46 minutes, way too long, but it got stuck in some places and everything. Anyway, that's gonna be it for today. Let me know in the comments if there is some other suggestions, and please like and subscribe if you're new to the channel and stuck with me this far and watched the entire video, which I don't think any one of you do. Thanks. Goodbye.